Today, police made an arrest. 20-year-old Katrina Culberson of Canton has been charged in the gruesome death of 29-year-old Celeste Fronsman. She was found naked, raped, and burned along an eastern Ohio road.
Friendship for sale. She murdered her best friend for $350. Many people claim, I'd kill for my best friend. But what happens when you remove the four in this equation for a mere $350?
With me before. It's been over more than $350. I'm not mad about the $350. It wasn't just me trying to kill her.
On August 26, 2012, in Muskingum County, a harrowing 911 call led the sheriff's department to a 29-year-old girl found unresponsive in the middle of the road. Her name was Celeste Fronsman, and she had burns and bruises all over her body. Sadly, 2 days later, she passed away from her injuries. However, as fate would have it, she managed to whisper the names of the people who hurt her to the person who found her, and one of them was her very own best friend, Katrina Culberson. The suspects. The police acted fast, starting an immediate investigation and arresting all 3 suspects. Alongside Katrina, LaFonz Dixon and Monica Buffy Washington were involved in Celeste's tragic death. Dixon wasn't just dating Katrina, he was a well-known drug dealer, and Katrina helped him with his illegal business. Monica, it seemed, just did whatever they asked. Their actions were clearly bad, but making them tell the truth wouldn't be simple. Luckily, the police were determined to make them pay for what they did. So, the investigation started with Katrina, and the relentless search for the truth began. The investigation.
Hello. You look better today.
I feel better today. I got a little sleep, huh? All right.
The investigation is about to start, but Katrina thinks she's playing it safe by complimenting the officer. Little does she know that she is in big trouble, because these cops are highly skilled and trained to understand criminal psychology well. After signing a few papers, the cops ask her to explain her story.
Go ahead.
When I watched the news yesterday, I just wanted to know, it says I have charges filed on me, for murder, so, I am going to jail for this, right?
You're going to...
The very first question Katrina asks is if she's going to jail, and here's why she's so concerned. The police have actually used a trick on her to get her confession. When all the 3 suspects got arrested, they refused to share any details and demanded for a lawyer. But the police made Katrina think that Dixon had struck a deal with them and ratted her out, and now she was in trouble unless she spoke up.
I told you that he was throwing you under the bus. I did. You didn't believe me, and now look where you're at, and he's out. You know what he's doing? He's out with his baby mama, he said.
It's funny how fast she stopped trusting her boyfriend. The investigators try to take things up a notch to get her talking.
Said you were just something on the side?
I'm just saying, I don't want to be the reason to tell nobody, but I will say this. I personally, hand on hand, didn't do it. Do I know? Yes, I know.
And there you have it. Her breaking point. This is where the answers begin, and brace yourself because it only gets crazier from here.
If I personally, hand on hand, do anything to that girl, no, I didn't.
Well, tell us.
And that's what I did.
Tell us the story.
Katrina doesn't want to go down alone. She wants to take everybody down with her.
I don't want to get in trouble, though. But, it's obvious I'm in trouble.
Sweetheart, you're already in trouble.
I don't want to be on death row by my fucking self.
See, the problem was...
if I help you guys, what's it going to do? Is it...
You tell me what...
Katrina tries to make a deal with the officers, copying what Dixon did based on the officers' suggestions. Little does she know that the Dixon story was bait, and she has already fallen for it.
What are you looking to get off?
I want maybe 10 years or something. 10, 12 years.
Honey, I don't back you bullshit. I can't call the prosecutor and say she wants.
The investigators lay it out straight for her. Her best bet is to spill the beans and testify against her accomplices if she wants any shot at things turning her way. Sounds like a solid plan, doesn't it?
The options are for you to be open and honest with us. We tell the prosecutor that you are open and honest. You're willing to testify against whoever else was with you, and he will come back and tell me what he's willing to do for you for that cooperation.
Once the cops manage to convince Katrina that her so-called friends have left her high and dry, she starts to spill the beans. But her initial confession is far from the truth.
I drove that car. Period. That's all I did.
Let's do this.
Period. Now I'm admitting to everybody, and I'm just to the point with this because it's obvious. You guys aren't stupid. I drove, and that's it.
According to Katrina, she played the role of a mere driver in this tale and claimed she had nothing to do with anything else. Here's how the events happened according to her version.
That when we went and got Fonz, and Fonz beat Celeste up. Okay?
Okay.
Backseat. At this point, I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving, and he just kept saying, "Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Bitch, shut up." That's all he kept saying. I didn't know what to do, and that's the truth.
At first, Katrina insists it has nothing to do with her and is an issue between Dixon and Celeste. But as she observes the officers' indifferent expressions and realizes the gravity of the situation, she starts pretending to get a tad emotional.
But they said that she told the police on him about something. I didn't want to get beat up, but I didn't want him to beat her up either. And I just want you guys to know that that really was my best friend. I didn't know what to do. I was scared to talk to you guys the other day. He was there. What was I supposed to do?
Katrina says that it was Dixon who forced her to drive the truck while he and Monic beat Celeste to ratting Dixon out to the police. She tried to stop them, but they wouldn't.
And then what happened?
And then they burned it on fire.
Did you see him do it?
I didn't see him do it, but I saw smoke. I mean, I was in the truck. I drove the truck.
Where did you get the gas can from?
From that truck.
Right here is the moment Katrina practically screws up. Her lie is about to be exposed, and you can see her turn pale as she struggles to answer the officers' questions.
Where did you guys stop and get gas? Because I know that truck was almost out of gas.
That truck, we stopped and got gas right at, the gas station down there. Like, what's the name?
Katrina is trapped in her own web of lies, but tries to break free by claiming she was too upset at the time to remember the details.
I was freaking.
Did you see him get a strap out of the vehicle and do anything with?
Listen.
Was she unconscious when she got out of the truck?
They drugged her out of the truck.
We found her with a strap around her neck. Did you see him put that on her?
Listen, I was franticing, and this is the truth. I'm sitting in the front seat of the truck like, oh my God, and I'm screaming, help.
Katrina's story kept changing several times during the investigation. She also mentioned that Celeste owed her $300, but the police weren't convinced by her explanations, and this was making her angrier and more aggressive.
You picked Buffy, you're driving, Ralph's vehicle.
I had Ralph's truck. I picked Buffy up. We're driving around, and then she was like, look, there's Celeste. And I was like, man. And then I was like, well, come on, Celeste, and then Celeste. He gets in, listen, we smoked the blunt, gave us all some crack. Okay, me, Buffy, and Celeste, we smoked some crack. Anyway, Buffy tried to grab Celeste, saying something about Celeste, her boyfriend, or something, Drew. I don't know, tried to pepper spray her. I had to pull the truck over the first time. I pulled over, like, we're still in Kent. I pulled over and I said, Buffy, you're not going to do this shit. So.
Katrina claimed she was coerced into driving the truck and had never been to that place before. She said she was scared but didn't take any action because she wanted to avoid getting hurt. But the officers saw through her lies and labeled it as pure baloney.
Do you mind if I back up a little bit?
Go ahead.
Okay, now that we've got you admitting that you knew what was going on, that you drove down there but you had nothing in it, I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit that you used to go down to that road let me finish. How about Grandma?
No, I don't. I don't go down there. Buffy is from down there if you ask her.
The female suspect, now getting more agitated by the minute, wastes no time to pin it on Monica again. What she doesn't know is that, unlike her, the cops have done their homework.
You know who else? Grandma Dolph. Am I saying that right? Grandma Dolph?
I'm not related to nobody named Dolph.
You used to go down there all the
Listen,
time.
I'm not related to nobody named Dolph, and I have no grandma down there. I have no woman. Constantly, I'm telling you guys what is going on.
When a narcissistic criminal's lies get exposed, they often resort to denying, attempting to intimidate by raising their voice, gaslighting, and becoming hostile. And that's exactly what Katrina did.
We
No,
put
you guys are
a lot of work in this.
You guys are bullshit.
You're bullshitting up.
No,
How about,
listen to me in my face. You guys need to listen to me. Fonson and I swear to God, bring them all here right now. Bring them here. Do you think I personally did this to her?
I think you
That's
lit
what
the
we
match.
told you the other day.
No, you guys are wrong.
Now listen, here's the problem you got. You want help? Now I want you to listen. I don't want you to
I'm
get
telling you
excited.
the truth.
Stop. I want you to listen to me.
The cops remind her that she better stay calm because aggression isn't going to get her anywhere. Katrina knows by now that she is in big trouble. Finally realizing that the cops cannot be fooled, her story changes again.
Yeah, I might have knew how to get down there, yeah, but Fonson really did beat her up. I didn't beat her up.
Okay.
Fonson's the one who put
You were
the
out of the car when she got caught on fire. You've got to say your part or I can't go the
Fonson's
prosecutor.
the one who wrapped the string around her neck, okay? Let me tell you this, her neck, and he held it back there. He held her up against the back door of the truck, okay? This is no lie. Fons held her in the back seat of that truck, up against that door, right there.
She's still not ready to fully admit her crimes and continues to pin the big stuff on her accomplices.
Fons had her arms, Buffy had her feet, they drug her across the woods. This is all I did. I didn't light anything. I handed him the match. What happened? I said, for real, dog? I said, you gonna do that? He said, yeah, mother, you think I'm playing? You're out here now, hurry up. And I handed him the gas can, and I ran back to the truck. Buffy, back up. Buffy jumped on you.
Okay.
Only thing I knew was where we was going, and I drove.
The cops are aware that she's still concealing information but have just one burning question that demands a truthful answer.
Why?
Why what?
Why'd you guys do this to her?
Why? I don't know why.
Truthfully.
Listen, I don't know
Was it because
because,
she was snitching?
I mean, that's what I've heard. Everybody said that. Listen, I have my own personal faults and beefs with Celeste. But if I was ever going to kill Celeste for real, I'd have been done did that. Celeste done way more to me than this.
But she'd soon disclose her real motive in a fit of rage.
Celeste has sold thousands for me. Celeste has done crazy shit to me. Celeste has got me beat up before. Celeste has got me shot at before. No! It wasn't just me, God damn it!
It's quite clear that Katrina didn't exactly think of her like a best friend like she had originally said.
You didn't tell me.
I did just tell you.
What are you getting mad about?
Because I'm getting mad because you're telling me that I'm lying and you're just so worried about this $350 and you don't know what you're talking
And there you have it, her real motive that she disclosed herself.
about. Because that's not the only thing Celeste has done to me. Celeste has done more than that with me before. It's been over more than $350. I'm not mad about the $350. It wasn't just me trying to kill her. I didn't just do it. No, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I thought, what do you mean? I just told you. You guys are wrong. I don't care what the fuck the world's telling you. You guys are wrong.
The only thing that her reaction shows is that she is guilty.
If I was a main person, you think I would request you to come up here just so I could tell you that? Huh? I think y'all's playing me a little bit.
By now, the cops already have her confession. Even if Katrina was just driving like she said, she could be charged with murder. But they now want to determine if everything was pre-planned, because if it was, it meant one thing for Katrina: the death penalty.
Understand that I know you. I know you well. So this thing that you have a problem with a bitch getting beat down, we need to go past that. This thing was planned.
The officer asks her again to reveal the truth in his own way, and indeed, his doubts are right.
All I said is where we could take her, but
Okay,
Bonds
so-
is the one who planned to, burn her and kill her.
Why?
Because she was telling the police on everybody.
Despite agreeing to the fact that it was planned, Katrina is still in denial about her involvement. According to her, it was not her plan to kill Celeste.
Right, this ain't my fucking idea to plot and kill the bitch.
Then tell me about when the plot started and whose idea it was. That's what we gotta get to, because right now, I know this is a lie.
I was just like, man, I can't believe Celeste telling everybody. Fonz was like, well, we could just kill that bitch. And I was like, what? Yeah, right, we can't just kill her. What would we do with her? And he was like, well, I don't know, there's somewhere. And I was like, well, I just know this one place, it's a whole bunch of woods, you know what I'm saying? And then that was it, until it really happened.
As the interrogation progressed, Katrina revealed some chilling facts. This heinous plan was made months before Celeste's murder.
But tell me, when was that? How long ago?
That was like 3 months ago, yeah.
3 months ago?
It was a long time ago.
And you never talked about
We
it
never
for 3
talked about
months?
it, no,
for that?
because it wasn't like it was like a plot sketched out thing. It was like, yeah, we would just do that if it ever happens. Like,
Despite getting chances to admit her planning the murder, Katrina has continually denied it. It has left the officers with no choice but to confront her.
Also, I've got, hey, your cell phone.
I remember.
I got you and phones as cell phones. Now, even though you delete a text from a cell phone, we can still get it back. A cell phone's like a little computer. It's a mini computer. You can never delete anything from it. So I know about the text that you sent, and I can't think what the number is, about getting duct tape or something ready.
Katrina's lies are starting to fall apart, but she insists she never meant to hurt Celeste, despite those damning texts. The professionals won't give up though. After a heated argument, they leave her alone to think as a last chance. In a surprising turn, just 2 minutes later, Katrina begins to panic and says, "I'm done." Maybe the guilt and fear of what she did are getting to her. She urgently calls the officers back, hinting that she might be ready to confess.
I'm done. None of that.
The officer finally arrives, and it's time for her last answer, the nail in the coffin for this case.
Do we agree, am I correct in saying this? When you picked Celeste up at McDonald's, it wasn't for a date or anything else, it was for Franz to give her a beatdown. For her snitching. And it was gonna be a good beatdown because snitches get stitches.
In the aftermath of this intense interrogation, justice was served.
I want the law enforcement agencies in Ohio to do their work, to get the person that did this to my daughter.
LaFonce was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Monica also received a life sentence, but she has the possibility of parole after 25 years. As for Katrina, being the one who confessed, she received a plea deal of 25 years for murder and 11 years for kidnapping, totaling 36 years in prison. Celeste's last act of bravery, crawling up to the road even with broken bones, burns, and bruises, got her killers behind bars. What are your thoughts on this case? Share them in the comments and make sure to hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.